We are just waiting for information to drop. Normally, I would want to have this show up and running. Let me get rid of Facebook here because there's lots of angry stuff going back and forth and some very saltiness here. Yes, I am live. Yes, we are a little early. Just getting the show prepped, so once this drops, we can go hard and fast in on this. Come on, GW, get this sucker posted. If you guys are just tuning in, I am trying to get, well, just like all the rest of you, we are waiting anxiously for the emergence of the announcement. Come on, Games Workshop. So, give everybody a chance to jump on here. I should probably log out as FNP. And sorry, you shouldn't be able to, hopefully you're not seeing any of my passwords or anything here. Let's do a little Gabe. I think that's my password. I think that's all my password. No, crap. Did I change it to FNP John? Nope. Gabe. There we go. All right. I'm already following. Got notifications on. All right. Yes, I'm following myself, but that helps with the number of people watching. Come on, Games Workshop. If you guys are just tuning in, yes, I went live. I wanted to start getting this chat group going. I wanted to have everything prepped for when the announcement drops. It is supposed to drop at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time. And as I'm going to pull up here, let's see, 8 p.m. EDT to CST is 7 p.m. So we are just waiting very patiently for the emergence of the... Oh, there we go. Here we go, folks. This stuff is about to go live. All right, so if you're just joining me, I'm John with FNP Wargamers, and let's take a look at the Warhammer preview that just dropped moments ago. Trying to... Ooh, here we go. Sisters, Psychers, and Skeletons, oh my. Some of this, let's see what we predicted. Let's start with Warhammer 40,000, Psychic Awakening, a new campaign series that spans the entire galaxy. That was one of our major speculations, is that it was going to be a campaign series. So fantastic. All right, what does it say here? Psychic Awakening is a monumental event that will shape Warhammer 40,000 forever on a scale unlike anything you've ever seen before. Across this epic event, every codex will see expanded rules as we explore the frontline war zone of a cataclysmic new conflict that makes the 13th Black Crusade look like a border scuffle. Whoa, look at this. Everybody on there, every faction is getting something. New rules for everybody. Each Psychic Awakening expansion focuses on a different war zone, providing a new perspective to the galaxy-spanning event. Plot threads are going to be, that we predicted to be plot threads to move everything forward. Oh, man. Oh, boy, here we go. Howling Banshee, plastic models. You know what, Eldar players? You can finally back off. You're getting some plastic models. A hero is promoted. There we go. Not Kasora Khan, but good old, let's see, chapter, somebody's getting promoted, chapter master for the Raven Guard. That could possibly be Shrike. I would think so. And, oh my God, would you look at him? Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Okay. It's chapter master. So it looks like he might be getting promoted to chapter master, and he's been he's gone through the Rubicon. Fantastic. And there he is, decked out in the freaking Phobos armor. So, and he's got the Vanguard rules. It looks like. Let's just keep looking at this. Oh my God! Look at that. Look at the. Okay, follow my little icon here. So, first, let's take a look at the major big picture here. First Primaris Marine with lightning claws. Let's just start that out there. Look at his freaking backpack. What the fudge buckets? Oh, yeah. Follow me along on Warhammer community page if you want. Holy crap. Shrike looks absolutely not safe for work. So you might need to mute this in 3, 2, 1. Shrike looks like a bad motherfucker. Holy crap. Look at him. Lightning claws, some sort of silenced heavy bolt pistol. He's Primarist, and he's got this badass jump pack on. That's not, it's different from what we've seen with the suppressors and the inceptors, and he's got his little grenade launchers that his previous backpack had. It was a 3-shot, or looked like a regular grenade launcher that's on a vehicle with the 3 canisters. So let me scroll down a little bit more. Oh, I can't click on this, but as we're looking here, he's got all the normal little cool ass shit stuff. Sorry, I'm just super excited here. He's got definitely lightning claws on both sides. Crux Terminus. So he's going to have probably 4-up invulnerable save. And then look over here in the picture on the right side. Take a look at that. Those are claws. And I bet you when he does some sort of charge or he's in close combat, those claws are going to be badass. Denner, I see you just joined in. Oh my God, look at this. This is Shrike. From the Ravenwing, or not Ravenwing, the Raven Guard. And he's been turned into Primaris. He's got awesome Phobos armor. And if I understood briefly this article up here, I'm not going to play the video. You guys can play the video later. I'm going to for sure. But it looks like he might have gotten a promotion. I think he was captain of the 3rd company. And yeah. Oh, they're talking about his new rank. So he might be the new chapter master, which is going to be amazing. Fantastic. Well done, Games Workshop. Well frickin' done. And this is just a taste. If you just joined us, Howling Banshees. Getting plastic models. And I bet this is just a sneak peek, man. We're still not seeing everything. I'm going to go back up real quick. Take a look at all those armies that are going to be getting rules. That's everybody. I don't see anybody's icon that is not included there. Even the Inquisition is in there. Yeah. It looks like every... Wait a minute. Oh, there's the Custodes faction. Oh, hey, Kevin. How you doing? I got 2 Kevins on tonight. Fantastic. So I'm looking at all this. It looks like every current faction. And so this is probably the Death... Yeah, that's a Death Watch, not Inquisition, even though they're a Chamber Militant. Oh, my gosh. So that's what? How many armies do we at now? 2, 4, 6, 18, 21 armies now. Man. You guys, you two, both of you, Kevins, probably remember back in the day that it was only like 3 or 4 armies. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Where are the Space Wolves? Am I missing it? 'Cause there's the normal Astartes. Oh no, that's or Astra Militarum. There's the Astartes. There's Blood Angels. There's Dark Angels. You are right. Where are the Space Wolves? Curious. Curious. Good catch. All right. So, we don't know. I'll have to watch this video, but it looks like it's going to be across this campaign rules. If it's just like what they just did with Vigilus Ablaze and Vigilus Defiant, yes, those rules are going to be for match play and the narrative. Every codex will see expanded rules. So yeah, I would say yes, match play and narrative, whatever, even campaign play. I know that's technically narrative. So yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, before I scroll down even further, Chapter Master, Shrike. And they even gave him some emo haircut, man. Is that not like a goth kid or an emo kid's haircut? Look at that. Ah, man, he is stylish. I'm not going to play Raven Guard probably, depending on the rules, but man alive, do I want that miniature. Oh, gorgeous. See, I'm like gushing here. It's just like seeing your crush across the room. All right. So, Necromunda. I'm going to scroll down because there's a lot to cover here. Necromunda are going to get something. I'm going to turn my volume down on this. Let's see. Dark Uprising. Oh. Uh-oh. What is that? Sorry, I'm trying to back up here. Dark Uprising. Oh, probably Chaos faction is going to be coming to Necromunda. You Chaos players, that might be something really cool to have for your 40k armies if you don't play Necromunda. I'm really sorry, but it's Lord of the Rings, so I'm going to kind of go by this pretty fast. Oh, look, yay, terrain. And that's actually kind of cool looking terrain. I'm not going to lie. That's actually kind of cool. If that is the terrain that's coming, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, but that's all they're going to get from me. All right, some Saruman and Weasel guy. Who cares about them? Sorry, I know some of you guys like it, but I just can't get into it. Warcry, monsters and mercenaries. I don't know what that. Let's see here. Let's see, new rules for mercenaries mentioned on the cover. New monsters, new factions. Oh, okay, so just a new way to play Warcry, to expand, to be able to use all your other smaller war bands, and it looks like you're going to be able to use some of your Underworlds, Warhammer Underworlds models. Now here's the other one that I was wanting, I'm kind of excited about, and I've been waiting to see, and I think there's going to be a lot of conversion possibilities, so stay with me on this. So the Tithe, this is, as you can see, this guy I think is the Mortarch of Bone. I think that's what they're calling him. Oh my gosh, look at those models. Oh, what the fudge? What the fudge? What the fudge bucket is that? Holy crap. Let me blow this up on my screen. I hope you guys are seeing this. Holy crap balls. Look at these frickin' models. Sorry, I don't know if you guys could see that, if I made that screen too big. I shrunk it back down because I don't know if it works over correctly. Osiarchs, Bone Reapers. Okay, let's take a look at these frickin' models, because there's going to be plenty of badass conversion possibilities. Imagine these shields for your storm shields or something else. These heads. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at those models. Are they alive? Are they skeletons? Or are they just dudes wearing bone armor? Or skeleton dudes wearing skeleton dudes? I think it looks kind of like skeleton dudes wearing skeleton dudes. Or they're skeleton dudes that have been taking steroids. Because look at those beefy legs. I mean, they must be like, they are not skipping out on let me back up. These guys are definitely not skipping out on leg day. And if they're skeletons, holy crap balls. Those are badass. I don't know if it's enough to make me want to play Age of Sigmar, but jeez Louise, look at those heads. Those are amazing. These cavalry look pretty awesome too. I foresee some Rough Riders in the future. Oh my gosh, let's see. Give us some more. Come to the dark side. No, never. Look at this guy. Another conversion possibility. Right there, hey, you play Necrons? Right there's a good Necron model for you. That's a Necron Lord if I've ever seen one. You Chaos players. That scythe right there and the little swirly thing, that's perfect for your casters or your psychics. What are these guys? Oh my gosh, look at these constructs. Those are big guys too. Those look like 50mm bases. They could be 40, but they look like 50mm bases. And if that's a 3-pack, if they come in a 3-pack, which that's probably what this is, then my guess is those are probably very large models. They're 50mm. Hopefully we'll get a size comparison here in a second. These guys are cool looking, but I'm not too hip on the construction just yet. I feel like they needed something coming up over the back. It looks there's too much dead space behind their head and their back. Almost like those collars on the front would have been better served being kind of flipped around to help frame it a little bit better. But who am I? Just some schmo that spends and wastes money on this stuff. Those are actually kind of cool. And those swords are pretty badass. I wouldn't mind putting like this guy down here, the front, bottom, middle. Those swords right there would be great to put on, say, a captain or a chapter master as some big cloud Final Fantasy VII Buster sword. That would be pretty badass to see. Let's see. You have a good night, Kevin. You enjoy it tomorrow. Let's take a look at this. The Mortrek Crawler. I think you're going to see this in 40K, guys. Not as this unit, but I could see somebody going, hey, you know, for my Plague Burst Crawlers, this is it. This weird-ass mobile catapult or tribute. No, it'd probably be a catapult for sure. Look at this. The back end of this sucker, that's this. I'm assuming this is mobile. He's got 6 legs and then, so 6 legs and then what is that? 10. It'll end up being 10 sets of arms pulling it forward. It looks almost like a millipede or something. What the fudge buckets? It's almost like the screaming catapult that they used to have. Now this is the guy I want to see. Orpheon Catacross. Is Nagash's plan for the mortal realms may manifest. He's a real chip off the old Black Pyramid. Let's look at this beast boy. Oof. Yep, I can see. Okay, I see several different types of imagery there. So this dude on the left definitely has like a samurai feel, and you know what? I want that guy. I'm going to get a hold of him. This guy on the left here, this general-looking dude. And I'm going to turn him into some sort of Primera Space Marine character. That is too badass looking to pass up. And then big boy here, though, it's there's some him and this guy here to the right. There's some I would say there is some aesthetics there that are reminiscent of Aztec and maybe I want to say Indian, not Native American, but India, Burma, all that sort of thing. It looks like I really don't see a lot of Egyptian themed there. I see more of, well, maybe with this glaive, but there's some different. It looks like it's a clash of cultures, like I was saying the other day on our Sunday show or yesterday's show. It looks like this is a clash of cultures, and they're combining, I would say, about 3 or 4 different real world cultures together. There's definitely Asian and Middle Eastern feel to this. Yeah, this guy is beefy. He is beefy. I would say, based on that model, he's probably just a little bit bigger. If you haven't seen it yet, there, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I'm just going to butcher the name. The new Demon Prince for Slanesh. It looks to be about that size without his elaborate base that he has there. So he's going to be a little bit bigger than that. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised, from the very tip of the weapon to the base, he's going to be very close to being the size of a Keeper of Secrets in height-wise. So pretty cool. Continuing on. Oh, they're going to let us see more pictures. Oh my gosh. Look at this boy. Look at these guys. Oh, tell me that this guy over here on the left would not be a cool looking Space Marine. Yeah, maybe get rid of those legs and put on some Space Marine boots, depending on that size. Maybe the Phobos boots would fit there. Oh, fudge buckets. I am in need of that model. Oh. Alright, so Osiarchs, the Bone Reapers. Alright, the Warhammer Heroes, it's something that they've been kind of carrying on. Nothing miniature-wise. Warhammer Legends, let's see here. You might be wondering what happened to some of the treasured older models that previously had rules in our index. While these might not have a place in your codex anymore, we know that they definitely have a place in your hearts, which is why you'll be delighted to hear that we'll be supporting them forever with Warhammer Legends. What does that mean? Getting points. Okay, I guess every year we'll review all the point values in Warhammer 40,000. We won't be doing this for the Warhammer Legends though. Once we've assigned them their final points, they won't be part of that ongoing balance review, and we won't be recommending Legend units for competitive tournaments. This means that event organizers and attendees alike can guarantee everything they're gaming with is easily available and has been subject to the most rigorous balance of play testing. Okay, that is badass. You're free to use your, okay, so all that old stuff is going to be pretty much, if it is not in your codex and it's in the index right now, that, if I'm understanding this correctly, and this is actually really freaking a huge thing, it is all going to move over to this new thing called Warhammer Legends. They're going to put out the rules. Looks like once a year they're going to review it and maybe adjust the point values. But these Warhammer Legends stuff, like the Imperial Space Marine, that's that reprint or the new plastic version of the original model, or the original metal model. Yet will those rules are not intended for match play or competitive play, and it's up to the organizers, if I'm reading this correctly, if we want to use it or not. Yeah, so of course organizers are also free to run Legend events, allowing the use of the full classic range in the games. That's really cool. So that pretty much means that, well, not pretty much, this is speculating, guessing, that the indexes are going to become null and void very, very soon. And everything that's still left in the index or in the chapter approved, that's still waiting to be put into a codex, isn't going to make it. They are now going to be in this Warhammer Legends. Probably be a book they come out once a year. We'll probably see the first one this Christmas, alongside the chapter approved 2019, if they're still doing that. Oh my gosh. Attendees like guarantee everything. Yeah, so it's basically about keeping the balance in organized play. And I like how they mentioned that we won't be recommending Legends units for competitive tournaments. We won't be recommending them. So this stuff is probably going to disappear, especially in the ITC circuit. Yep, that is. Oh wow, that's a big thing. All right, Angels of Death, the animated series. We knew this was coming, but not when. And it looks like it is just probably right around the corner. So, some character designs. Oh wow! All right, so here's a character design for that animated series that's coming up. If you did not catch this earlier, or if you did not know about this thing, the Angels of Death animated series. It's coming. It's in part with the guy that came out with the Hellreach series on YouTube, and they're working together to create this Angels of Death one. So this looks actually pretty cool. I'm trying to see. Oh, that's a fleet badge. I was thinking maybe that was a fleet badge, like this is who they're assigned to. This individual is assigned to a certain chapter, but it doesn't look like it. That might just, if I'm reading this correctly. This looks like Jess Goodwin. Oh, look at that right there. Yeah, his style of art is very, very distinctive. All right, and then here's the character. So here is a good glimpse of the animation of what we're going to be seeing. Not too shabby. I already gathered that this wasn't going to be a super high production value, given the information we've received on who was doing it and what to expect. But the fact that we're going to see an animated movie or TV series finally, it's a good thing. And it looks like it's going to probably be Blood Angels. If that blood drop is there, and it looks like the Aquila, but with the blood drop that you see, it's very reminiscent of the Blood Angel chapter. See if I can see a little bit more. Can't see it too much there. No, it doesn't show anything else, but it looks like it's probably gonna be Blood Angels. So cool. Almost 2 years ago. Here we go. You already can probably see it at the bottom of the screen there. I'm gonna draw this out. This time has come to be fulfilled, and your faith to be rewarded. Let's watch this video. I don't have sound because I don't have my speakers hooked up, but let's watch this video. If you're seeing it just fine, great. If not, I apologize, but just wait for 53 seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna be good. We've been seeing all this. These are all from all the updates. We've been seeing lots and lots of updates. I think they're on update 14 now. Oh, here we go. There they are. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. They are gorgeous. Oh, my God. Is that a penitent engine? It's a penitent engine. Look at that box. Oh my God. How do I shrink this? Holy shit. I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for saying holy shit, and it's appropriate. Look at the box. Look at that. That box is freaking amazing. Oh, God. I think I'm going to start crying here. Let's take a look at these. Oh my God! Look at these Sisters of Battle. We saw the concepts. We saw the 3D art form and the 3D renders, and now we've got them. Oh, are you guys seeing this? Holy shit! Well done, Games Workshop. Look at them. They have such a great flow to them. Oh my God. They're not just these static pose gals. They stand out. Oh, and this is just one picture. I'm probably going to put the video back up. Give me a moment. I'm overcome with some emotion here. What the fudge? Yes, I am. You're agreed, Denner. As soon as I see a pre-order, I'm sorry. Okay, I work at a game store, but as soon as I see this pop up, I'm pre-ordering one. Everybody else, I'm sorry, customers. I love you, but you gotta wait. I'm getting this first. First box, I am cracking that open, and then if there's anything left over, you can have it. My bosses are probably going to be upset by me saying that, and I'll probably have to like renege on that, but whatever. Let's keep looking. Oh, look at her. She's so pretty. I didn't expect that to be the Seraphim models to be any different from the ones that came out with Saint Celestine, except a lot less ostentatiousness and regular helmets. And we got what I want. I am going to say I am a little upset because that looks like I don't have one here on my table, but that looks like those new flight stands that just have a little tiny connection point, and it's not even like a socketed one. It's like a little lip that it rests on. Very bad for any pressure, and it pops the models off. So be ready to pin. I wouldn't even bother, ladies and gents. I wouldn't even bother using those flight stands like they're supposed to. Just go ahead and clip off the little, I call it like a tongue or a lip, cut that off, sand that down, and drill into that plastic bit, and then drill into the backpack or whatever part that's plugged into. It'll save you a lot of trouble and grace. I've done probably about 30 of these flight stands, and I've had to go back and redo them all. So, little tip there. All right, Penitent Engine. Let's check it out. I'm slightly disappointed that they didn't have the female. Maybe they'll have a female version, different body, but the earlier versions had a female body with basically just this I don't know, bed sheet just covering. You could see like side boob and all that stuff. I understand why they'd want to correct it, but whatever. Look at him. He looks like a big, dumb, clunky thing. I mean, wood. I mean, almost clockwork, like, or steampunkish. I mean, I wouldn't even be. Oh, there is wood on there. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna be surprised if people paint this up in a very steampunk way. Look at him. He looks cool as hell, but he looks very clunky. Like, I don't know, but he's going to be devastating in combat. You could tell. Look at those power saws. So he's probably going to be like strength 14 when he attacks with those suckers. Probably like D3 or probably like D6 damage or maybe 3 damage. Looks like 2 heavy or twin linked heavy flamers. So that's going to be a lot of burninating. Trogdor there, man. And if somebody doesn't name their Penitent Engine Trogdor, the Burninator, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I guess I'll have to do it. That way I know it's happening. That's going to happen. If you don't know who Trogdor, the Burninator is, you've had to Google it. All right. What else we got? Oh, there's Canoness. We saw 3D renders of that. Look at her. I'm still not happy about the placement of these tassels, but at least it's looks a lot better than the 3D render. They were a lot closer, I think, in the 3D render. So, okay. I just think they're a little too close to the breast. But, I mean, not that I don't mind some long, dangly tassels with gold and smoke sensors at the bottom dangling from women's boobs. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, but damn, man, that looks awesome. Look at that collar, that whole back piece. And, while you guys are looking at, hopefully you're looking at Warhammer Community on your page, I'm going to go check out, I want to just look at a miniature that's very similar to this one. You guys might have caught my show either on, I don't remember if it was on the Mixer or on Twitch or YouTube recently, but I was doing some comparisons with this model and the Sisters of Eternal Mercy. Let's see here. I think, oh no, we don't want fantasy, we want sci-fi. Sisters of Eternal Mercy, sci-fi. Excuse me while I scroll through here really quickly, because I'm looking for their version of a Canoness, but I can't seem to find it. And if you get motion sickness and me scrolling through here really quick is giving it to you, close your eyes until I get to where I'm going. Oh, maybe it was the fantasy version. Oh well. I can't seem to find it, and I don't want to get too... Man, but I really want to find this, because there are some damn good close similarities between the two models. Oh well, I'm not going to drag this out. I'll look at it later and put it up on my next show. Anyways, Canoness looks all right. Who knows what this thingamajig is here? Probably similar to a Crozius or Cannon. That's what the chaplains for Space Marines use. Why she has that and a power sword, I don't know. Looks, what's this right here? She's got something tucked behind her. That might be either a Meltagun, maybe an Inferno pistol, or maybe a combi. I'm sorry. That's probably not Melta. That's probably a plasma. Look at that tech behind there. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Tucked underneath her right arm, down behind her right leg. That could be a plasma. Yeah, I would probably say it's a plasma of some sort. Plasma pistol, combi plasma. More likely a combi, given that I don't see a holster, and they usually like to put a holster on them. So, badass. Well, they might even say in the description. Nope, they don't say in the description. Sorry, I'm kind of a little dehydrated from all this super excitement. Let's scroll back up and let's watch this video again. And I'm going to try to stop it as we go along. We want to kind of cut it forward a little bit. I'm just jumping. I apologize. Close your eyes if you don't want to get motion sickness from me clicking really quickly. All right, so here we go. We've seen them. Canoness we just saw. That is another version of the Seraphim. Looks like without a head. So if any of you guys have read there was a comic a long time ago, and I can not remember the gal's name, but there was a Sisters of Battle that got psychic powers, and Stern, I think was her name. And Stern, not to be confused with Stern from the Heavy Metal cartoon. But you might be able to recreate her here. All right, so Sisters of Battle, look at them. They got the moving forward pose. They're just going to jump all over the place here. Man, look at that. Okay, so if I read this correctly, it said 25 Sisters of Battle in that box. So you're probably, I'm betting this is kind of like a start collecting box, a very special start collecting box that's going to have these 10 gals in it right here. Or maybe you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 regular battle sisters, right? Yeah, 2, 4, 6, maybe that's an 8, 10. Yeah, that's a sergeant in the back right behind the flamer. So it's probably a 10-woman squad. That gal right there. And then it looks like it's probably going to be, as I go forward, Sister Repentia. So there's your mistress for the sisters right there. So it's probably going to be about 5 more models. That puts us at 15. And there's probably going to be another 5 of those. So it's going to put us at 20. Yep, I'm going to say probably about 20. We might get, oh, there's some more Sisters of Battle tucked behind there. Yep, and more, oh yeah, and then the Penitent Engine. So there actually might be, let's get another look at those. Sorry, I'm just jumping around here. I want to get another look at those Sisters Repentia. Look at them, a lot better looking than the last models with their very static, very flat pane, almost 2D look. These ones, obviously they were 3D, but these ones are 3D. Look at that. And yeah, it looks like that's probably just like I said, it was like booty shorts and tank tops, and it is. I'm sure it's a little bit more than that, but personally, I wouldn't have minded the near nakedness before, because hey, who doesn't like naked gals? Unless, of course, you don't like naked gals, but I do. So I can take this though. Look at the muscles and the legs. Look at that. They did a good job of sculpting these models. I like that some of them have their eyes banded or they have the masks over their face, but they have their very typical eviscerators, and they look a lot stronger and a lot beefier than their their predecessors. So really cool there. I'm digging this, and more Seraphim. Want to see that. Sorry, I'm just going to keep going until I see. There we go. There's the mistress with her neural whips. Wow. She actually looks more amazing. That whole cowl that she's got draped over her armor looks a lot better than the previous model. I don't really care for the fire on the back of on her backpack, but hey, whatever. Those whips look really awesome, except that one in her right hand. I'm going to say I'm going to be a little nervous. That's probably going to break. So just be aware of that, ladies and gents. If you've got a heat gun, I would maybe recommend hitting it and letting it drape down a little bit more. That way it doesn't have such a high profile and it's not going to get caught or stuck in your case. And then, of course, there's the back of it. It looks like they've got like a 12-volt battery in the back of this sucker. I don't even know what all these little things are. Oh, crap balls. These are injectors right here in the center of its back. If you're not aware, the penitent engines and the arcoflagellants, they have like little injectors in them. And that's where they get all their combat drugs pushed into them and make them keep fighting and frenzy and all that stuff. So it looks like they're going to get the same thing. And that's what these are. They got these big Hawken injectors in the back. I bet that's what that is. That's what they look like. Oh, that is badass. Holy crap balls. All right, let me continue on the video here. Yep, he looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh, yeah, look at all. Okay, so where those pieces are, those injectors, and here's all these hoses and stuff coming into his back and into his brain pan. Why they gave him this big dog collar. Oh, it's just a heavy neck collar. Cool. Badass. Let's keep going. Yeah, he's okay. This box set contains the codex, for the Adepta Sororitas, and then 25 miniatures. So, like we just said, that's probably the 10 Sisters of Battle, the Canoness, that's an 11. We know 12 would be the big guy. And then we're going to need probably 10 Seraphims. That puts us at 22. So there's probably like 25 or a whole bunch of the Repentia. So big frickin' reveal there. Absolutely fucking amazing. Excuse my language. I'm going to scroll back up. If you're just tuning in, Warhammer Legends. I'm going to go over this really quick. If it's stuff that's out of print, they're actually they're going to be supporting these forever. So you don't have to panic like, oh, GW just got rid of my models. They're not in production anymore, so that means there's not going to be any rules. I can't use this. Bullcrap. You can use it. It's going to be part of this whole Warhammer Legends line. We still don't know everything about it. The only difference is that it's not recommended for competitive tournaments. So that means it's going to be up to the event organizers to determine that. When is this book coming? I don't know. I imagine, though, my guess is we'll see that probably Christmas time, to be totally fair with you. All right, we know Underworlds is coming with a new season. We're going to go over this real quick, kind of recap. These are the frickin' new Osiarchs, Bone Reapers. That's the new army. Clash of imagery there and cultures. I see Egyptian, I'm just going to say Middle Eastern, Far East, and maybe a little bit of India mixed in there. all over the place. It's about 3, maybe 4 different regional cultures. So it's not those people that were like, oh, it's going to be Tomb Kings, or no, they're all Japanese. Mm-mm. That's a clash of cultures. And to even kind of refer them to our, real world, real earth stuff, it's kind of doing it a disservice. It's its own unique army. There are some flares to it, or some comparisons, but at the end of the day, it's really its own unique army. I do, like I say, the Middle East and Far East, I can see some similarities there, but it is not. I'm going to say it one more time. Is not Japanese. The whole realm of the dragon, or Nippon, whatever that used to be for old fantasy, and this is definitely not a return of the Tomb Kings. Now there might be some similarities in there. We don't know, but we will whenever it pops out and we have the book in our hands. So yeah, this is going to be pretty awesome. I'm actually excited about those guys. Warcry, I don't care about. I mean, I do, but this is just another. To me, this looks like it's just going to be a book with a bunch of stuff that they've already put out in those individual card packs, and a chance for you to be able to use big creatures in the storyline. So, like, there's a Chimera from the Chaos. There used to be, you can get a Chaos Champion that, or Chaos Lord that rides the Chimera or Manticore. It just looks like it's a way for them to sell all their other product. So, cool. I'm really going to skim over Middle Earth because it's Middle Earth. I don't know what's going on with Necromunda, but my guess is that it is... so I just got distracted there. Holy crap. My guess is Dark Uprising, Chaos Cults. That's what it's going to be. Now here's the thing that excites me the most. Right now, Chapter Master Shrike. Sorry, really dehydrated here. Chapter Master, I got to keep remember. Chapter Master Shrike. Huge, major upgrade. The next guy to cross the Rubicon and become a Primaris Marine. We knew that this kind of helps solidify what we were already talking about and speculating, even though we have no 100% proof, but it's a reasonable assumption that each of these codexes that are going to be coming out, the codex supplements, we're going to see each of them get a Primaris character, a set of dice, data cards, and the codex. And, here we go. And I was speculating already that probably Raven Guard or the Iron Hands were going to get going to be the next book. Actually, I said both of them were probably going to be the next book, and then I kind of backed up when I watched the video. Kirioth, might be mispronouncing it. He's on YouTube. He was talking about, and I went back and watched this Voxcast that GW puts out. And they're right. They put out things that are visually stunning. So is it visually stunning to put out 2 armies that have black armor? Not really. So I'm thinking if we're going to see 2 armies together, we're going to see one in the black armor, because there's 3 that are coming that are in black armor. Iron Hands, Raven Guard, and we're highly suspecting oh my goodness, Black Templar. So we know that we're assuming that they're all going to be coming, and to have 2 black armor armies come out at the same time, a little odd. So I'm guessing that we're going to see Raven Guard and maybe Imperial Fist or Salamanders, and then it'll be later on Iron Hands and gosh, what else is there? Well, Salamanders or Imperial Fist, vice versa. So a lot to come. I'm hoping that they don't take Lysander and turn him into a Primaris Marine. I think he's great as the first captain in Terminator armor. What I would like to see is they had a storyline of this sergeant, and I talked about this on yesterday's show. In 6th edition, there was a supplement. That's when they did all these supplements originally. And the Imperial Fist had this sergeant that became the captain because the captain had died and he was the next guy. He got elevated. You could actually pay the point cost, and the guy would basically have all of a sudden have captain stats. He wouldn't have all the war gear except for his power fist and I think a bolter or a bolt pistol, but he didn't get the iron halo or anything. So, which gave him that invulnerable save. So I'm hoping they will actually take him and make it. So I'm going to click on this video. I can't listen to it. Once again, I've got speakers. Let's see here. Have you seen this Primarch? Oh, did you see that in the back? Look at that. Have you seen this Primarch? If you guys are not aware, this right here, in between these two people doing this interview, that is Corax, the Primarch of the Raven Guard. That's very funny. Let's see here. Yeah, if I would have watched this video, I would have known instantly that he's getting bumped up to a chapter master. Make sure you watch the video. I'm sure it's funny. Even a commendation for Korsoro Khan, which is actually pretty funny. There was a story where, oh, he is a chapter master. Yay, chapter approved. Oh my gosh, look at this. Sorry, I'm going to geek out for a second. Oh man, my cheeks are all flushed. Oh, look at him. He's so awesome. Oh, I don't know if you guys are excited as I am, but I love new models like this. Deliverance is coming. Oh. Okay, so the little tidbit, there was a book where Korsoro Khan and Shrike were hunting down, I think it's Commander Shadowstar? Shadow Sun, the Tau, the female Tau in that experimental stealth suit, and they fought side by side and or trying to one up each other. I'm not sure. Okay, so a couple last things here before the Psychic Awakening. Oh, there we go. Before the Psychic Awakening hits, so I would say, next week, this Saturday, we know that Aeronautica Imperialis is going on pre-order, and it's a massive, massive pre-order. It's not just the game, it's the cards, it's the upgrade kits, extra play materials, and so that's going to be a big release. And then my bet is second week of September, second week of September, it's going to go live. So on the 7th or 8th of September, let me pull up my calendar here. Yeah, let's say September 7th, Raven Guard might go on pre-order. So, Howling Banshees, first plastic ever. Eldar players, stop complaining. You're getting your plastic models. You have no excuse now. Use them. So, Psychic Awakening, in short, next major narrative for 40K, and as we've seen already with the last major narrative that they've done, is put out tons of rules, but it wasn't for everybody. This one, though, it looks like Games Workshop has heard you, and they're like, you know what? You're all getting it. So each book will have powerful and thematic rule updates for at least 2 factions, giving you more flexibility than ever. Meanwhile, each book, interesting, each book. So that's a series of books. The series will see plot threads that have enticed fans for decades resolve. Champions new and old rise to the fore, and staggering revelations are made. All right, so not the biggest release that I wanted, but I didn't expect too much. They're gonna drip feed us this information. Not a surprise. So this is going to be a series of books, and I hope it's not going to be like $50 books. Games Workshop, don't make it $50 books. So it looks like it's going to be several books, and it's going to involve several factions at a time. And yeah, we'll see the series will see plot threads that have enticed fans for decades. So it's at least the past 20 years. Champions new and old rise to the fore, and so we knew that there's new guys coming, old guys coming back, and staggering revelations are going to be made. Staggering revelations. I don't know what that means. Wow. Anyways, expanded rules. I'm going to click on this video, watch it with me. I have to watch the video or listen for sound later. It's about a 2-minute video. Look at this. a little higher quality. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. What the heck is going on? Oh, look at those fleets. Hold on. Oh, let me back up here. That right there. I can't make out those other ones, but that looks like Imperial, or I think it's the Steel, or the Imperial Templars. I think that's what those are. What is happening? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, there's Terra over there in the left hand. Orcs amass in numbers not seen since the Beast. Ah, they mentioned the Beast. Stumbles into psychic annihilation. Oh man, what is happening? We are led by the Emperor's own son. Okay. We know that. Uh-oh. Oh boy. How many souls that they sacrifice? How many souls that they sacrifice? Rise or fall. What does this have to do with the Eldar? Whoa. Back up there. Rise or fall. The fate shall not be mankind's alone. Oh boy. We are probably, man, if you're still tuning in, thank you. We're probably going to see a major shift in the balance in the alliances. Oh my God. That is some major previews. I don't know if you guys caught some of that in the beginning there of the video. They said, basically, the way she's talking, and I'm assuming it's a she, I can't hear the voice, but not since Abaddon tore the galaxy in two with the Imperium Nihilus, or whatever it's called, or when Horus betrayed everybody during the Horus Heresy, have they faced a danger like this. Those are two major events that have reshaped the entire galaxy, the entire storyline for the past 10,000 plus years. And they're now saying whatever this is the basically the tolling of the bell, that something is about to happen. That something very, very, very bad is about to happen. Holy crap. And it's going to affect everybody. So, I don't know what to say, ladies and gents. That is huge news. I'm going to pull down a tab here and go over to a friend's site, and just to see what they might have gotten, because they are actually there and they might have something to pass on. But I doubt it. No, nobody knows. No, we still don't know. Games Workshop has been, man, I'm way over time here. I really apologize for that. so much freaking goodness here. There's been way too much goodness that has been happening here. A friend of mine, Gary, is at Nova, and I'm hoping he attended. I don't see anything popping up here, so man, darn it. You guys need to hurry up and tell me if there's anything else. The reason why I'm saying tell me anything else, because right after this announcement, well, actually it's going on right now, from basically 7 to 10 or 7 to 8 our time, or 7 to 10. Regardless, over there, they have another playtest, seminar, and panel that's happening after this release. So there's more information coming. And this is just day one of Nova. I suspect we're going to see more. So I don't have much else to pass on to you guys. I don't even know what to do. I'm in a bit of a state of shock at what just got revealed. And I mean, just the teaser alone for Psychic Awakening, kudos to Games Workshop for keeping a secret. I mean, they're not even our little leakers are passing on the correct information or any information to us. I'm thinking that Games Workshop has got like a vice grip, or chokehold on the leakers. My guess is that we've experienced this before, that when major news like this is about to drop, they, at least for me, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, don't want to pass on the information because everybody gets a little bit of information. And some of this stuff is I've seen or heard about when I was an employee for Games Workshop, and that they put out little feelers and see who it is that has what bits of information, has passed it on, and they can kind of trace it back. It might be like this group of people, and like, okay, well, one of you 5 passed this information on. Who was it? Let's check your social media accounts or whatever. And so I get it. I'm okay with it. So, long story short, ladies and gents, things are about to get really effing crazy here in Warhammer 40,000, like ridiculously crazy. This Psychic Awakening, I mean, it was just recently, 2 years ago, just about 2.5 years ago, that Abaddon did his invasion on Cadia, and that's when the big psychic thing happened and split the universe in half, as you saw in the map on the video. See if I can get back to her map. For those of you not aware, right here in the center, I'll put up full screen if you're not aware, right here in the center where the marker is, this is where Earth is, this is Terra, the center of human galaxy. Over here, this big blob right up here is where the Eye of Terror, which was a rip in reality into the warp, was. But something has happened, big war happened, and sacrifices, and essentially there's this huge tear through reality, and there's these big rips here and there that a different reality bleeds over and has cut the universe in half. Anyways, and that was a big event, and this is the second biggest event to happen. Yeah, Tyranids attacking is kind of a big event. The Beast, Orc Beast Arises series was kind of a big deal. Cool. But I am pretty sure that those are big deals, mind you. And if you watch the video, she even talks about it. But the very fact that at the very end here, or not at the very end, but during the video, she talks about those events. But the fact that the Horus Heresy and the 13th Black Crusade, which screwed everything up and got us to where we're at right now, is what took place, or those events are nothing compared to what is about to happen. And you got to think about that. Those events are nothing compared to what is about to happen. Something amazing and deadly and scary is about to happen, and cataclysmic. Something cataclysmic that's going to make those other events look like border scuffles. And the fact that this is going to be a series of books that's going to be wrapping up plot threads that have been around for decades. Old heroes and new heroes coming back. I agree with you on that, Crom. It is. I mentioned it because it is a big deal. But their main focus was the biggest deals were the Horus Heresy, and then what's happening right now in the 40K universe, and then the Beast Arises was a huge event because, like you said, nobody's ever touched Terra since then. And then, of course, the Tyranids coming into the universe are 2 other big events, but none of those compare to what is happening. So I would seriously suggest you start getting geared up, ladies and gentlemen, with your armies, your kill teams, your Adeptus Titanicus, Aeronautica Imperialis when that's coming out. Get ready across the board because shit's about to get real. Yeah, I agree, Crom. I've heard constantly. I mean, this year alone, I'm going to say from 2 different people, I'm going to say minimum 5 times complaining, rightfully so. I'll give them that, rightly so. No Eldar aspect warriors and that are plastic. So guess what? You got them coming. The first one is the Howling Banshees, which probably means you guys are going to have a nice major rework. So congratulations, you're probably going to get a new Craft World Codex soon. And that might also lead to Yanari getting a Codex soon that I talked about. And then, of course, I don't know, Crom, if you saw this amazing, gorgeous model, a little emo haircut, but this guy is bad as. Oh my god, I want this guy. He is mine. And I'm not even going to play Raven Guard. I'm buying the model, probably 2 of them. One just to have them like that in case I do want to play Raven Guard, and then one to just chop up and butcher and do all sorts of things. Yes, and that's Chapter Master Shrike now, Crom, Iron Skull, Chapter Master. He has now been, not only did he get promoted to Chapter Master, but he also got the Rubicon upgrade. He is now a Primaris Marine. Look at that boy. Look at him. Super emo haircut. If you get a chance, Clint, watch that video. You get to see him in all of his glory. Primaris Marine, ladies and gents, with lightning claws. And the picture won't zoom in, so you'll have to look at it yourself. But he's got these claws on his back foot, and the way that those little bars are, I imagine with this big ass jump pack that he's got, he's going to come flying down when he charges. He's probably going to cause extra random amount of attacks, or he's just going to cause some mortal wounds. Caw indeed. And when you're watching those videos, guys, for Shrike, take a look at in the background between the 2 people doing the interview, who's the Primarch in the back. You'll know him, you'll love him. Everybody's emo boy. Real quick, because I'm going to wrap this up here. If you're just joining in, the Necromunda, it just shows a brief video, and you don't see anything until the end. I can't hear because I don't have the speakers hooked up, but at the very end, and I'll see if I can pull it up here. So there is a creepy guy in the background. Looks like he's got a couple close combat weapons. He's got some like a horned helm, and it's red. Lots of glowing red, and it's dark uprising. My guess, Khorne cultists are going to be rampaging through Necromunda. And those of you that are going to be doing a Necromunda or a Khorne style army, you might just got yourself some new cultists. Congrats. I'm going to scan through this. The only thing I'm happy about is this awesome looking terrain. I'm not going to play Lord of the Rings. I'm not a big fan of that style of game, but I got to give them kudos. That terrain is absolutely gorgeous, especially if you're going to be able to make a bigger building in the back. I mean, kudos, guys, kudos. Yeah, Lake Town House and the Hobbit Hole upgrade set is coming. Really cool. Look, I have nothing against Warcry, but this, I'm not too happy about what this probably is. This is probably just a book. If you bought all those upgrade cards, like I mentioned earlier, I imagine they're all in here. There's going to be some other rules where you'll be able to bring those Underworlds teams into this and use some of your monsters like the Chimera or Manticore, whatever that is. Okay, yay! And of course, I know Crom just got on, so I can share this with him. New army, the Osiarchs. I'm probably butchering that name. I apologize. The Osiarchs of Osiarch Bone Reapers. These are, it looks to me, and I could be wrong, but looking at the different coloring of the bones and everything, is that these are undead dudes, obviously, wearing undead dudes. So skeleton warriors wearing wearing bone armor. I'm sure that is just effed up in so many ways. And this rictus smile, I think is really cool because they are probably skeletons, and so they got their helmets on, but the skeletons just have their normal closed jaws and it's just the teeth. But the way that mask is designed, that's where you get that rictus looking thing. Yeah, I get you, Crom, that it's disappointing that ogres weren't mentioned, but let's face it, we already know that they're coming. I'm not too surprised that they're not part of this, especially since this army was supposed to be focused on Legions of Nagash. It's one of his Mortarchs. I think it's Mortarch of the Black Pyramid or the Necropolis or something. That's his title. I keep wanting to say Kratos, and you'll see when I pull him up his name. I keep thinking Kratos, but it's definitely not Kratos. Even though the guy's beefy enough to be Kratos. So once again, you're still seeing what I'm talking about. These guys look like skeletons that are wearing skeletal armor, which is just weird. This guy, I know you 40K guys probably don't really give two craps about this, but this guy right here, if you're playing Necrons, you're welcome. Take that guy, paint him metallic. You got yourself a nice badass Necron model. Congratulations. And you 40K or you Chaos players, look at all this awesomeness. You could easily turn this into a Chaos Sorcerer. Easily slap a bolt pistol on him. Use this weapon for Death Guard. So many wonderful things that you can do with him. These guys I don't care too much about, except I want those big swords because I want to put those on a Space Marine captain and have a Buster Sword. I was just looking at a 3D printer page and the guy had Buster Swords, but I want to only be able to use Games Workshop parts, and now I'm going to be able to make a Buster Sword because these guys are going to be big. I'm betting that those are 50 millimeter bases. I already said it. Well, actually, I'll pull up the video and we can maybe get an eyeball. This thing, a bit ridiculous, but kind of cool. Reminds me of the Screaming Catapult. We might see this pop up in Warhammer 40,000. Death Guard might end up using this. This would be a really cool looking Plague Burst Crawler. So, something to think about. Now let's talk about Kakarot? Orpheon Kakarot. No, just kidding. There's not Kakarot. Kakarot. Orpheon Katakros. The Mortarch of the Necropolis. This guy is beefy. He is very cool looking and very, wow. I don't even know how to properly react with this guy. I mean, he is gorgeous looking. I love his armor there. I see all sorts of cool things to do with him. I could even see him being a Demon Prince. You're welcome, Warhammer 40,000 players. Got you a Demon Prince right there. Check it out. Brand new Demon Prince. You're welcome. And if you do turn him into a Demon Prince, you're not going to need all this other stuff. So please, give me this gentleman right here on the left-hand side. I'm going to turn him into a Samurai Primaris Space Marine. Or a Primaris Space Marine. He's going to be maybe a chaplain or a Primaris chaplain. It's going to happen. I'm getting my hands on him one way or another. So if you buy this big boy for your Demon Prince, remember your boy John and hook me up with this guy. I would really super appreciate it. I'd give you I'll buy you a Coke or something. So Bone Reapers, once again, cool looking. Legions of Nagash. And I think really that's it. Just a bunch of Warhammer hero stuff. For those of you just joining, as I'm winding down this recap, the Warhammer Legends, basically, if it's an old model and or it's in the index books, if I'm understanding this correctly, it's still in the in books and didn't make it to your codex, don't fret, don't despair. You're still going to be able to use them. They're just going to become part of the Warhammer Legends line, and their points are not going to be constantly updated. They're going to just stay that way forever. Excuse me. And you'll be able to use them later on. But the most important thing is you're not going to be able to use them for competitive tournaments. They're not being recommended for it, but it's going to be up to the organizers to allow it. So things like the Imperial Space Marine, this old chaplain on a bike model, those that you're able to use those. So congrats, and that's probably why. Let me check here real quick. Chaplain. Can a chaplain get a Space Marine bike? Let's find out. Chaplain, here we go. No, the chaplain cannot get a bike. Nope, chaplain and Terminator armor. Regular chaplain, excuse me, no bikes at all. So the only way you can get them right now is in the index. This is the Warhammer 40,000 index that has the Adeptus Astartes in it. So that means that here pretty soon, this guy is going to dip off of Battle Scribe and a couple of those others, because he is only for other types of play, not for competitive. That is sad puppy. Crom, if you get a chance, we have some images, some new images for the Angels of Death animated series that's coming up. And I don't know if you saw these. I'm not sure if you're still on. Sisters of Battle, they're coming. They are coming. I'm just going through these images real quick. Seraphim, man, I tell you what, these gals, even though they look sleek and definitely feminine, because you can see the nice curves and of course, breasts, and it definitely has a nice feminine look to it. But it's still warrior women. It's not like, oh my god, I want to have her babies. Super sexy like you see some other companies. It is actually practical and it makes sense. Take a look at the Penitent engine. He looks crazy as all get out. If you're just joining, he looks wonky, almost like a clockwork machine. Really funny, but also it's going to be deadly as hell. Look at all those flamers that he has on there. That's a lot of flamers, dude. A lot of flamers. And those buzzsaws are going to just tear people apart. So, in fact, okay, so there's the Canoness. I showed her earlier, which I'm glad that they did the female, this model. They finally gave us an actual model. The 3D render made her look a lot chubbier, which is not necessarily a problem, but the fact that she's supposed to be out there fighting, I didn't want to see, some that old chubby lady or old chubby dude fighting. It just didn't make a lot of sense. She does have a little bit of a pooch there, it looks like, but the way I saw it earlier is like this torso section was wider. I love her collar. I love that they gave her a nice kind of older matronly face and not some younger looking face like she's been around for a while. She's had decades or even centuries of warfare. She's got all of her mental faculties still going, and she, just like Space Marine chapter masters and captains, she's been around. She knows what's what and knows how to fight, and years of experience. I'm going to show this video one more time before we roll out. I'm hoping that we're just going to jump forward so you can start seeing miniatures. I'm going to pause as we go. We'll pause with the models we have not seen. So this box set is coming with 25 miniatures. This is going to be one of the last things I'm going to talk about. 25 miniatures and the codex. So Canoness, another picture. Why she has tassels with sensors, I don't know. I feel like that would tear the cloth because it's a lot of weight, but whatever, what do I know? More Sisters of Battle. As I said, 25 models in here, and from what I'm seeing back here, and follow me here, so come up the left side, there's 4 Sisters of Battle because there's the banner. There's 2 more in the center, so that puts us at 6. There's the captain or sergeant or whatever, Sister Superior with a chainsword. It puts us at 8. And then these 2 right here, 9 and 10. But we know that back over here on the right, in another picture you'll see that there's another one with the Stormbolter. So there might be more than just these 10 Battle Sisters. So what I'm going to suspect is we might get another. So there's 10. She makes 11. And it looks like 1, 2 on the right, 3, 4 on the left, and the Mistress in the center for the Sister Repentia. So that puts us at 17 models. 18 models is going to be the, you can see right there in the background. Enjoy the pictures of the Sister Repentia. I'm super excited about these models. They are gorgeous. Mwah. Love them. I'm going to find a use for them. Anyways, 18 makes the Penitent Engine. So we have 7 more models to go. I'm going to go through here. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6. There's probably going to be a lot of, I'm going to say probably close to 10 of the Seraphim. Probably 6, I'm guessing, just by the pictures that we saw. I'm going to guess 6 Seraphim. So that puts us at 24 models. And then back here on the right is just this one model out of nowhere with a Stormbolter. So there actually could be, of course, or 2 more models, 1 or 2 more models here that puts us at 25 models. So that might be actually 11 models, and then that Banner girl might be her own separate model. Or sorry, the Banner sister might be their own separate model. So 25 models. I'm guessing 10 Sisters of Battle, the Canoness, the 5 Sister Repentia, that includes the Mistress, the Penitent Engine. I'm going to actually say probably 5 Seraphim, and then another character, which will be the Standard Bearer. So a lot of badass stuff there. These Seraphim look great. That Mistress, man, she just looks absolutely freaking amazing. I really love that model, except for the whip. The whip is going to be broken really quick. But the rest of that model is just gorgeous. Really awesome looking. Really awesome looking. Back to the Penitent Engine. I mentioned this before. If you're just catching in, but right before I close this off, looks like you got a nice big 12-volt battery back here. And then he's got these injectors. I'm very positive that those are injectors in his back, because they look like syringes. And the Penitent Engine is known to have combat drugs pumped into him. So those look like syringes that are going to go into him. And we know that, looking here, so we got the syringes in the back. Can't see it from here. But he's got all these hoses pumping into him, into his brain pan. So, yeah, this boy is in a lot of pain. But you know what? He's a bad dude. He got in trouble. He probably, pinched the butt of one of the sisters, and like, well, guess what? You're going to be a Penitent Engine, dude. Congrats, you heretic. Which, seems a little extreme. Anyways, there's the box set that's coming sometime in November. Contains the Codex and 25 Citadel miniatures. Fudge buckets. And you know what? If it follows everything else Games Workshop has done with all these box sets, this cover right here, minus the lettering everywhere, it's going to be there's going to be a print, basically a cardboard print inside matching that cover. And I'm going to do everything I can to preserve mine. I'm going to frame it. That is awesome, awesome, stunning art. I'm really loving it. Yeah. Man, alive. This is a good time to be playing Warhammer 40,000. A lot of great stuff is about to drop. You know what, Crom, it's probably a good thing we're not going to Japan next year, because my pocketbook is I'm about ready to spend a lot of money on these gosh darn freaking models. All right, well, I've really dragged this on much longer than I wanted, because I'm super giddy and excited over this. The sisters look great. Angels of Death. I like that we have some good clarification on this, on all the index units are actually going to be making their way to the Warhammer Legends, and probably are going to be getting pulled out of match play, which means that the match play is going to get kind of cleaned up. So cool. I know that hurts some people. You'll still probably see them in match play events, special match play events, but I'm glad we got some clarification. Overall, I'm happy about the new Osiarch, and I'm probably butchering that name, the Osiarch Osiarch Bone Reapers. Just some fantastic. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm clicking buttons too fast here. Look at this, man. Other guys we have not seen yet. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, look at those guys. There we go. That's what I was wanting to do. Those are actually, those look like probably dreadnought bases. Those are probably 50 or 60 millimeter bases. Those boys, okay, I'm probably not going to use those as Buster Swords. They're going to be way too big for a Primaris Space Marine Captain. Maybe one in Gravis armor. I'm not sure. Damn. That boy looks pretty awesome. There he is. That's my guy. I need that guy. Once I get a hands on him, I'm going to look at popping off this the lower legs and putting on the Phobos lower legs, Phobos armor lower legs, depending on his overall size. He would make a badass chaplain. It's going to happen. Just watch. As soon as this drops, I'm doing the video. Look at inside the skull, or inside the skull here on the shield. Those badasses painted those skulls into there. Man alive, this guy is awesome. Man alive. Look at, do a quick run here. Basic troops. I'm not seeing anything else except that terrain back there might be a sign of new terrain coming. Very similar to the Chaos, big Chaos Fortress. Because that looks too much like plastic terrain. And I don't think that looks like something Games Workshop would print out. So you've seen it here first. That's probably new terrain that's coming. Probably a new terrain set. Very similar to the Chaos Bastion. Those Chaos, oh man, those are, if those aren't worthy of being, what are they called? Outriders, or whatever they are for the Imperial Guard. I don't know what it is. I'm not too sure about the silly catapult, but cool. Awesome looking guy that could be a Necron. I love that bone helmet. I'm not seeing too many other models there, so it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kits, maybe 6 kits, 7 kits, because there was 2 other character models. Fantastic, man, fantastic. Okay, well, I've rambled on. We're going to get some more information this weekend, and now that this information is dropped, I suspect Mr. and Mrs. Smith are going to be able to pass on information to us. So hopefully in my inbox in the next couple of days, I'm going to be able to drop this stuff for you guys. I am so sorry that this was a long show. Lots of speculating. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that follow button up above. And once again, I really super appreciate you guys jumping on here and helping out. I would recommend that you listen to the Stormcast and the Voxcast that Games Workshop puts out, because they do have a lot of hidden information that pops up in there. One more time, Chapter Master Shrike has hit the Warhammer 40,000 universe, and man alive, is he a freaking amazing. Thank you, Games Workshop. Now get on the ball and get the Psychic Awakening out. All right, I appreciate everybody that has listened to me for the past, oh my gosh, hour and a half. I really apologize. Holy crap. A little longer than I wanted. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you next time. See you on Sunday.